friends and family, this is Megan Bo, aka 처음 미국 사람 입니다. And you might be like, where are you? I'm actually in my room. Yes, I do have a bed tent. I love it. It's lovely. But the reason why I wanted to make this video was just because I've been under a huge amount of stress. I've literally been having like mental breakdowns. Like, not gonna cry. I've been actually trying to film this video for a while, but I kept on like crying in the middle of it. And I was like, oh god, like I don't feel comfortable crying in front of people. Even like with Moon, it like took a while before I was comfortable like to just cry and like let out all my emotions around him. I don't know why. That's just like kind of how I am. What is this? Oh. And I never really make these kind of videos. But I felt like I kind of wanted to just make one to just kind of share like where I am and how things are going in terms of the progression and like preparing for the wedding and things that are stressing me out, because recently our engagement photos came out and that photographer is really awesome. Like we were out, like actually out in the boons of Korea in the grass. There was an actual snake in the grass, like as we were trying to take these photos in the middle of the grass, but they are beautiful. So anyway, I had been uploading them and some of you guys were like, oh my god, you guys look so happy, like love the happiness. And then on days when I was like stressed or having like a mental breakdown or something, me replying to those like, yeah, it's so happy, like thanks. I just felt really like fake. Like nobody has 100% happy times all the time. I'm sure you guys know that. I'm typically a positive person. And in this instance too, I am quite positive, but I've been having some really crappy days and just have been stressed about so many things. Here's something I also learned. Believe old people when they tell you something. Like my business partner was like, girl, I'm letting you know, since you're engaged, he didn't say girl because he's an old Korean man, but I'm just saying it because that's how I say people said stuff. Girl, I'm letting you know this is going to be a sensitive time for both you and Moon, the engagement period. And I was like, what are you talking about? We're in love. It's just going to be a ball of love and sunshine and roses and wedding planning. And we're going to get married and everything is just going to be fantastic. No stress at all. He was right, honey. Believe old people when they tell you something, unless it's something closed-minded, like women should stay home and not work. Or you know what I mean? Something dumb like that. When they have the life experience, bro, they be knowing what they're talking about. We have both been so sensitive because it's something that like click, like when you realize that this is the person that you're first gonna marry, we chose each other, right? So for about 2 weeks it's like we chose each other and it's just awesome, right? It's like, wow, this person wants to be with me for their whole life and like I want to be with them and like we chose each other, right? It's amazing. But then you realize, oh, this is a big thing. Like, what am I doing? And it's not because you think you chose the wrong person, but it's just there are certain habits that you have that maybe aren't good to build a good marital foundation. There's maybe things, habits that they do, baggage that they have that might not be good for like starting a marriage. And so I've been hanging out a lot with like my married friends and like asking them like lots of questions and stuff like that. And Moon and I have both had to have many talks. We had to drop some baggage. We had to set up some boundaries with certain people, etc. And we're past that stage now, so we're both like, oh, it's like a big, huge relief taken off of us. So because I've been really stressed about the wedding costs and stuff like that, I've been doing a lot of sponsored content, and so I felt really stressed because I was like, oh my god, they're gonna hate me. But the one thing that you guys always know is I only promote products that I really like, and I always tell companies I'm gonna use it for at least a month. If it sucks, I'm not doing it. I don't care how much money like you give me. So like the Wish Trend stuff and my Teamy stuff that I typically regularly do that you guys know is really good, that I actually do really use. But still I was worried about that. And then also how YouTube works is when you get an idea for something, you get all the surrounding ideas about it. For example, Eunice and I have been doing a lot of like dating related videos, and that's because we had one video idea. But then like you think of all the other video ideas related to it and they all happen to be dating for this point in time. And that's just kind of how YouTube is. And we actually have one more dating related video left. Please don't hate me. So I was just stressed about that too. And just the engagement period makes you sensitive to everything. Like, I had a mental breakdown because I could not find this hair stick. And also, my stupid self decided to do a bodybuilding competition during this time period. And as a plant-based person, it's typically not so bad because I eat lots of fruits, veggies. Well, because I need the more protein. Fruits typically don't have protein, so I'll stick with like veggies and stuff like that. So I typically get my carbs, but like a week before the competition, you gotta drop water. So it's like tofu and avocado, and it's like you get even more sensitive than you already are because you're in this interesting stage in life where you're about to commit your life to someone else like forever, and everything's like really sensitive. So that was the most horrible week I had this whole time. Everything was a mental breakdown. I was always on the verge of tears, honey. It was ridiculous. But I won! So that's good. The competition is passed. I don't know why my dumb self decided to do a competition right up before the marriage. Our wedding is on August the 3rd, by the way, so that's very soon. But everything is set and taken care of now surrounding the wedding, which is great. So it's a huge, like, what was a huge weight lifted off of the shoulders, except for the cost, because in Korea, weddings, after you finish, there's a buffet. So all of the guests for the bride and the groom put their ticket in the box, and they count how many were for the bride and for the groom, and you have to pay, you know, per person. So woo, when that check comes, honey, it's gonna be pretty big. Starting a new life with someone in general, like Moon moved in a couple months ago because he's the youngest kid in his family. Out of everyone, actually, because his dad is like the youngest son, so he literally has uncles or uncles who are like the same age as his dad. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Cousins who are the same age as his dad, right? And so because of that, it's the last son in the family. So his parents were like, go to Megan's house, because they want to be like, have their own freedom, like have an empty nest. So they told him to come into my house earlier. So we've been like adjusting, learned like each other's habits and stuff like that. And it's still a learning process, but that's also something that's stressful too. I mean, look, my bed is pink and it has a tent on it because I wanted to make sure that there's enough of him in the place, because it was my place, so all my stuff's here, right? And so I threw away a bunch of stuff to make room for his stuff, because I want him to feel like it's our house and not just my house that he moved into. We're still working on that, by the way. Hence the pinkness. But one thing I do like about Korean guys is they don't mind. Even this, like his mom bought it for us, right? And it's like got pink in it, and it's like reversible, and it's like pink too. So in that sense, I guess it's cool. But yeah, just adjusting to one another, learning to interact with one another, and really learning about one another. Like you really do start to learn about someone once you start like living with them. So in that sense, we're good. Everything is set for the wedding now. So it's like most of the stress is lifted, but I still hope that the wedding just happens really quickly, because I am one of those people who gets really anxious about most things. If I have a test, I'm gonna be really anxious about it. That bodybuilding competition, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I had to go get some sleeping pills because I could not sleep for the life of me. Also because I was dehydrated and had lack of carbs, but just really anxious about it. And yeah, so really anxious. I'm also one of those people who gets anxious before a trip. Like if I'm going on a trip, doesn't matter if it's 2 hours away to Japan, I'm going to be really anxious the night before and probably can't sleep. That's just how I am, right? But anyway, so why was I stressed out? Because I didn't have this stick. So this stick is called a bino, and this is the hair stick that you wear on the back of the bun like this, and you hang 2 ribbons on it for the traditional Korean wedding dress. And we're having a traditional Korean wedding for all of those who have been wondering. Many of you guys have been asking. And so this stick I actually got when I used to be a reporter for Arirang TV. We did an episode on Hunsu, which is like preparing for marriage, like Yemur, Yedan, like all those things you have to prepare when you get married. So we were at a place and they had these, and I kept on staring at it, and I was like, I'm gonna buy it. So I was about to go to the van, the Arirang van, to go get my wallet so I could buy like this stick, because it was just calling to me. It's a dragon with like fire in its mouth. It's so awesome. And the owner of the place was just like, well, I'll just give it to you. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I mean, we're going to be like on Arirang, so that's publicity for us. And if you really like it, you know, I'll just give it to you. And I was like, thank you so much. If I ever get married and have a traditional Korean wedding like here in Korea, then I'm going to wear this hair stick, right? So I haven't seen this hair stick in years, actually. Just until a couple days ago when it was found, and it only got found because Moon's moving in, so a lot of my stuff was being shifted through. So I literally almost had a meltdown because, one, the wedding stuff is kind of expensive in the first place, like spending money on the wedding, and also I went to a place to buy a hair stick. These hair sticks were like $800, and I was like, wow. And the hwagwon, the thing that you wear on your head, I wanted to buy one of those, and that thing was like $1,500, and I was like, I'll just use the rental. But no, I'm actually still thinking about it, because in Korea, when you have a traditional Korean wedding, usually the location, they rent you the dresses. So there's an option of maybe 5 or 6 traditional Korean dresses. I mean, there's only literally 5 or 6 types you could have. They did modernize one of them and make it all white, but I don't like that one, so I'm not going to choose that one. Mine's probably going to be red. You could rent it, and you rent the hwagwon and all the stuff like that. But I wanted to have something of my own too, so that's kind of why I wanted to have my hair stick. And then also, I think I am going to go buy the hwagwon and everything. So anyway, the wedding's August the 3rd. My family finally got all of their flight tickets. Y'all, last minute people. I swear, like, they were like, oh, you didn't give us enough time. It's like been since February since we told them that we're getting married, like around August. No, we don't have enough time, but they just got their tickets like 2 weeks before. I was like, it doesn't matter if I tell you 1 year before, you're still going to wait 2 weeks before to get your tickets. And they were like, yeah, you're right. So I was stressed about that too. Like, are they really going to come? Because I've been in Korea for 7 years and no one has come to visit me except Haley, my little sister. She came last year. She's actually coming again this year. She's coming a little bit earlier, so that way we can have like our girls' time before our parents come. So my dad and stepmom are coming. I grew up with my dad and stepmom. So 여보세요?
뭐 하고 있어?
아, 나 촬영하고 있어.
아, 오케이, 미안.
알았어. What was I saying? So yeah, that's what's been going on with me. I've been a ball of anxiety and stress, which I'm doing a very good job of hiding here as I film to you right now, because I'm like a cat. Right? I don't like to show that I'm hurt or injured in any kind of way. But I did want to just be honest and be like, that's why I haven't really been posting many videos these days, just because I feel like you can tell that like my energy is not what it is usually, or that I'm like a little bit stressed or anxious. And you know, I just didn't want to put those kind of vibes out, because one of the reasons why you guys like my videos is because many of you guys always tell me I like to watch your videos because you always seem so positive. Like when I have a bad day, I can just put you on, have some positive vibes, and learn something about Korea. And so I feel like when I was giving out negative vibes and like uncomfortable vibes, and I didn't really want to make content, because I was like, you know, you guys don't deserve that kind of content, especially people who've been here forever. But then, you know, I was like, you know what, let me just be open and honest about where I am. I'm stressed, girl. And I've actually filmed a few videos, like, but I feel like as I was editing it, I watched myself and you could really tell that I was just blah inside. And I was like, I know I'm gonna get a slew of comments of people being like, what's wrong with you, girl? So I didn't want to put out those vibes. Anyway, you can tell I don't have no energy right now. But let's talk about something positive. The honeymoon is going to be in Cambodia. So we're actually leaving. The wedding is on August the 3rd, and so we're leaving on August the 4th to go to Cambodia. We're going to Phnom Penh, and then just for a few days, and then most of the time we're going to spend it in, I'm not Cambodian, I've never heard anyone say this word before. I literally just searched it online, so I'm going to give it a go. Sihanoukville. Sihanoukville. I don't know. But anyway, we chose that place because it seems very serene, quiet, and peaceful. And you could travel to a lot of surrounding islands like Koh Rong and other islands that I don't know how to say. But it just seemed like a really awesome place. So all of those tickets and everything, hotels, everything is booked. So we can finally breathe. Just the only thing I have to do is receive my family and have one hell of a awkward family dinner between his family and my family, and I think I'm gonna hire a translator because I might die having to translate in the middle. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. In terms of his family, many of you guys were asking, his family is fantastic. Like, his mom and I get along really well. We like to hang out, and they really enjoy it because Moon is the youngest person, I might have said in this video, in his family, and so they kind of are like, oh, we have like a little daughter now, like, that we can like kind of take care of. And they send us like banchan, side dishes, all the time. So literally, like, I don't have to cook anything because his mom always like sends us stuff over. As long as we have rice ready, if we don't do a thing, we could always like have something to eat, which is awesome, and I'm really appreciative of that. And they know everything about me. Like, some people get this random idea like that I hide the fact that I'm African American. I don't. It's just that in America, the way that we perceive African Americans or black people is different from the way they do abroad, which is why I did my DNA test. So when people ask, I just say, hey, I'm 62% Sub-Saharan African, 35% European, and whatever the rest of that percent Chinese. Interestingly enough, they updated the thing. Anywho, most of it is Nigerian, about 30% Nigerian. So where are my Nigerian people at? Hey. So yes, they know that this is a, some people are even saying like, do they even know that this is a wig? I'm like, of course they know that this is a wig. Moon was the one who even cut off all of my like straight hairs when I wanted to grow out having my perm and get my curly hair back. And they've seen my Instagram, they've seen all of my big tattoos, and they don't have any problem with it. And it's, as I've said, like, as long as you can speak Korean and you show that you love and appreciate like Korean culture, and you're making an effort to like be a part of Korean society, like, they're all for it. Like, when I was doing my like visa to get my residency visa, you guys know I had to take those government classes. Like, his family was like rooting me on, like, you can do it, like, it's gonna be great, like, you know, you're so smart, you can memorize all of the Korean history and stuff like that, and you're gonna rock the interview and stuff. So they're just very supportive in general. I'm really appreciative to finally have a family like here in Korea. It's just really awesome, like, with a great person who loves me, I know, and he'll do anything for us and our relationship. And I'm about to tear up again. I'm not gonna do. So all in all, I'm really grateful. The stress is going to be so worth it after that wedding day. I think I'm going to be a ball of anxiety until we leave for that honeymoon, honey. For real. But anyway, thank you guys so much for the love and support. Also, when my family comes, we are going to be making some videos. I thought it would be fun to have Moon try and teach my dad some Korean for a video, because my dad is like a black dude who's from the hood. And so I thought it would be funny to have him try and pronounce some Korean words with no prior knowledge about nothing Korean, because he knows nothing about nothing Korean. So I thought it would be really fun. And if there's any other like video ideas, like things that you would want to see me do with my family members about Korea or related to Korea, then let me know. One thing that I am going to film for sure is I am going to do a vlog of us actually submitting the wedding papers. Actually today I just went to the American Embassy, and let me tell you, when you go to the embassy, I'd never been to one before, so I had no idea that they're going to confiscate your phone, your car keys, your smartwatch, like anything electronic, they confiscate at the door. So you're just sitting there with no stimulation. I was like, I would have brought a book had I known. Because you have to get a paper called the Affidavit for Eligibility of Marriage, which is basically to prove that you don't have a husband or wife in America that you just ran away from to come and like marry someone else. And it costs $50 US to like get that notarized. So when my family comes, we're all going to go together to submit the paperwork for the official like marriage. And I thought that would be really fun and nice thing to do, and then all go out for dinner like afterwards. Anyway, I'm so excited. Thank you guys for the love and support. I'm sorry I've been MIA. My mood is crap. I'm happy, but crap at the same time, if that makes any sense. But mostly just very anxious. So thank you guys who've been very supportive on Instagram. I've really only been talking about it on Instagram. And I do have ideas for content, but if you have any other ideas, just let me know down below. I will be getting like videos and stuff out. We are going to film the wedding for many of you guys who were asking. It's going to be filmed more vlog style, but camera people are going to be following us, so it's going to be more like reality TV style. I thought that would be more fun because instead of like just a romantic montage kind of thing, so it's actually going to be more reality TV style, and I'm going to get Jasmine to edit it, so it's going to be really awesome. Anyway, I've been rambling on. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've been watching up until now, you're a champ. You're awesome. Thank you so much. I have like no energy right now. I'm like about to pass out. Anyway, if you like this video, like to see more videos, please subscribe to my YouTube page, which is down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, like me on Facebook. I will see ya.